Hello, this is Myra Elaine on the Buying Space channel. Today I continue my series on the Gospels, which are Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, which are the books of the Bible that talk about when Jesus walked the earth. We are in John chapter 9. Now, in the end of chapter 8, Jesus left the temple because they wanted to stone him. They were actually picking up stones, and he left. In the beginning of chapter 9, he heals a blind man that's been blind since birth. And he and his disciples have a discussion about the man and his family. And Jesus moves on. And then word gets around about this blind man that's begged outside the temple every day for who knows how many years is now seeing. So the Pharisees called him before them and they question him. And then they still don't believe him. They still don't believe the situation. So they call in his parents. And his parents say, yeah, that's our son. He was blind since birth. He can see now. And then the parents say, because they're afraid that they're going to be excommunicated, they question the son again. The parents say, ask him. He's an adult. So they question him again. And he basically says, well, why are you asking so many questions about this man? Are you followers of him? And great insults fling from there, and they excommunicate the blind man that can now see. And at this time, the only way you could atone for your sins was to make sacrifices at the temple. So basically, they were damning him to Hades by doing that. So anyway, let's pick up where there. So anyway, we'll start in verse 34. They answered and said unto him, Thou hast altogether borne in sin, and thou dost teach us. And they cast him out. Jesus heard that they had cast him out, and he had found him and said to him, Dost thou believe on the Son of God? He answered and said, Who is he, Lord, that I might believe on him? And Jesus said unto him, Thou hast both seen him, and it is he that talketh with thee. And he said, Lord, I believe, and I worshipped him. And Jesus said, For judgment I am come into the world, that they which see not might see, and they that which see might be made blind. And some of the Pharisees which were with him heard these words, and said unto him, Are we blind also? Jesus said unto them, If ye were blind, ye should have no sin. But now ye say, We see, therefore your sin remaineth. So when the blind man was talking to the Pharisees alone, he was less blind than they were. They couldn't see past the end of their nose. They couldn't see past all of their rules. They couldn't, appreciate that the miracle of the blind man being healed, because they were so caught up in the rules about the Sabbath, all of their rules. They couldn't accept this miracle because that would mean that they no longer have power and control over the people. And Jesus is letting this blind man know that he's saved because he can see. Not only can he see with his eyes now, he can see with his heart, spirit, and soul because he believes in the Son of God. The Pharisees and the Sadducees and the Herodians and the Sanhedrin continued to be blind. I'm going to go to Romans chapter 2. and shared a couple of additional verses. About blindness. So Romans chapter 2. Here it is, verses 19 and 20. And art confident that thou thyself art a God of the blind, a light of them which are in darkness, an instructor of the foolish, a teacher of babes, when thou hast formed knowledge and the truth of the law. So understanding the spirit of the law, understanding salvation, understanding that blood sacrifice is no longer necessary, because in understanding the sacrifice Jesus Christ made on the cross, belief in Jesus Christ will free you, will make you see, will make you confident in your salvation. So I love this verse, how to God the blind. I hope that I'm giving sight to people. And I say that with particular nuance because over the last 3 years, I've had 2 cataract surgeries and 2 laser procedures. And if not for the charity of others, at this day, this moment, I would be blind. So the physical blindness is real to many, many people, and it's horrible. But I would rather have that physical blindness than I would spiritual blindness. Because spiritual blindness will condemn you. Spiritual sight and seeing the light, the spiritual light, will save you and will affect your entire eternity. Do you not want to see? Please ask Jesus into your heart. Please believe. Please pray to God and confess your sins and come out of the darkness. You all have a wonderful and blessed day.